Welcome back to Drapetomaniacs, and I am the man with the plan, T Can, and we are back with another video. This one is Ice unAlives White Man. Another peaceful protester allegedly shot in the back and then several more shots into his lifeless body as he lay on the ground. And once again, just like before, now they're trying to make this peaceful protester look like a domestic terrorist. And of course, just like before, Trump sets it all off with a post. This is the gunman's gun, loaded with two additional full magazines and ready to go. What is all that about? Where are the local police? Why weren't they allowed to protect ICE officers? The mayor and the governor called them off. It is stated that many of these police were not allowed to do their job, that ICE had to protect themselves. Not an easy thing to do. So I wanted to show you the post first, so then you can see the video and you can decide whether it matches or not. So what we do know so far is that Saturday morning around 9 a.m., a federal ICE agent shot and killed a 37-year-old white man identified as Alex Jeffrey Pretti. Alex was an ICU nurse for the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs and had allegedly participated in several protests following the January 7th unaliving of Renee Good by an ICE officer. Pretti did have a firearm on him, which he never reached for and was already removed from his body before he was shot in the back while on his knees. And just like the Renee Goods case, this is already a big deal. But this is going to change America forever, just like the civil rights protests back in the 50s and 60s. And also, just like before, Trump, Noam, and Vance all have interesting takes on what happened. It's just this go around, if you are interested in what they had to say, you can go find it yourself. So now the big question really is, what is going to happen next? I mean, where do we go from here? I mean, will we even make it to November? And even if we do, it's still not the presidential election. To me, at first, I was against African Americans staying home because I felt like, and I still do feel like, that they are trying to work in stages and they're trying to remove who they think they can remove first with the least amount of resistance. And I think for that reason, they settled on Spanish because they figured that white people would be against it. The majority of people would be against it. And even the people that wouldn't be against it would let it happen just as long as they're being left alone. In this case, black people. I think that's the way they felt. As long as they're leaving black people alone, that black people probably not going to have too much to say about it. But things just didn't go as planned. What happened is it ended up being televised. It wasn't able to happen in secret without people knowing the details and seeing the tears and hearing the screams and seeing the families being torn apart. It didn't happen the way they imagined. They imagined just to read about it, just to see a couple of headlines and a bunch of people that they'll never know those person's name or anything personal about them. I think that's the way they was expecting it to happen. But when it took place so vividly to where it was clearly seen all of the details, that's where the problem occurred. And then something different happened. They decided to use their white privilege to protect against racism rather than promote racism. But what they did not realize is that they don't got white privilege anymore. It's not a white thing. It's not a black thing. It's not a Mexican thing. America has no more use for white people. They got robots now. Remember, that was a video I done a while back. It kind of sucked. But they don't need the white people anymore. They don't need them as slaves anymore. We're all becoming less than slaves because they got the AI now and they got the robots now. So anyone that shares an opinion that is different from theirs, they can just remove those people from the equation. I mean, what should black people do next? I mean, to be honest, I really can't answer that. But I can tell you what's coming.